We've used variables in a lot of examples up till now, and variables are basically dim statements where we declare a variable name as a date, as a string, as a byte, as an integer. So a variable is a name that acquires a value as the code runs, and that value can vary every single time that code runs. Now, the opposite of a variable is a constant, and there's not many examples in life of constants. A couple might be the speed of light is a constant, and pi is a constant. But what I want to show you is how to apply constants to your code as well. Let's, for example, close this file. So I'm going to go File, Close, and Save, Yes, Save. And what I want to do is open up a new workbook. So File, New, and just Create. And I'm going to save this file as Chapter 8 and ensure that it's a macro-enabled workbook, and save. Alright, what I'd then like to do in the Visual Basic Editor is insert a module. And I'd like to name that module using the Properties windows mod tax. I'd like to think that tax was a constant, and for a short span of time it generally is a constant, so that's the example I'm going with. In the code file, I'm scrolling down and I'm finding a sub-procedure called Calculate Income Tax, and I'll take a copy of this sub-procedure and paste it into my Visual Basic Editor. Copy, Visual Basic Editor, and paste, and bring up Excel. Okay, so what we got here is we've got one variable called my tax, and then we've got 4 constants. Constants start with the word const. The name of the constant is usually in capitals. No, it doesn't have to be, it's just a convention that's out there. And so what I'm doing is saying, okay, tax level 1 is if you earn up to 14,000, currently you'll be taxed at 10.5 cents in the dollar. If you earn between 14,000 and 48,000, at the moment you are taxed at 17.5 cents in the dollar. If you earn 48,000 to 70,000 in a year, you are currently taxed at 30 cents in the dollar. And if you're lucky enough to earn over 70,000, you are taxed at 33 cents in the dollar. So these are variables, the constants, sorry. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying, okay, my income, and I actually haven't declared my income, so I might just do that. If I go comma, put my income as probably currency as well. All right, so we've got 2 variables, my tax and my income. The my income is an application input box, and actually that's not true because it doesn't have a prompt and it doesn't have a type. So I'm just going to change that to an input box. All good practice. And then I'm using a select case depending on the income that they enter when they're asked to with the input box. If the case is my income is less than or equal to 14,000, then it's their income taxed at the tax level 1 constant, which is 10.5 cents, and that'll give them the tax. But if their income is less than 48,000, then the first 14,000 at 10.5 cents in the dollar comes to 1470, and then the difference between 48,000 and their income is then taxed at the second level, which is at 17.5 cents. If they earn less than 70,000, then the first 14,000 will be taxed at 10.5 cents, which comes out to 1470. Then the difference between 14,000 and 48,000, taxed at 17.5 cents, comes to 59.50. And then the difference between 70,000 and what they actually earned will be taxed at the third level, which is 30 cents in the dollar, and so on and so forth. So if I was to press F8, and I was to enter an income and say, okay, I've earned 60,000, then the first 14,000 will be at 10.5 cents, and then the difference between 48,000 and 14,000 will be at 17.5 cents, and then the difference between 60,000 and 48,000 will be at 30 cents. And so if I go F8, it dives me into this group. That's my first 14,000. That's the difference between 48,000 and 14,000, and then that's the difference between 60,000 and 70,000 at 30 cents in the dollar. And so F8 to that. And it says the tax on the income 60,000 is 4419.999999. So what I might do also is format those two values to be currency. So I might just go into here and just say format my income to be double quote dollar comma hash 0.00, and I think I can do the same just to here. Format my tax as double quote dollar hash comma hash 0.00, just to round it up a bit. Oops, and I need a double quote on the end there to keep it happy. Alright, so let's just reverse the yellow arrow and F8 to run that bit again. Perfect. Oh no, the comma's not in the right place. Oh yes, look at that. So I'm going to go OK, take out, put an extra hash in there. So I'm wanting a dollar, a number, a comma every thousandth and 2 decimal places. Let's drag the yellow arrow up and let's F8 that bit again. So the income tax, the tax on the income 60,000 is 4,420. Brilliant. And OK. And F8. Alright, so you can have constants at the top where you declare your variables. The difference is you put the word const at the front, not dim. You put it in capitals and you declare it as what it is, and then you actually say what it's equal to. And those are constants.